the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here, joined by the great Shaquille O'Neal and the equally great Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Toronto Raptors playing against the Philadelphia 76ers. Checking out the 76ers, the season hasn't gone as smoothly for them as I'm sure they hoped it would. The good news is we still have a good chunk of it left to play. But if they're going to make a run, they better do it soon. Well, tonight we get to see one of the top point guards in the league, and Kyle Lowry. You know all about his ability to shoot and come up with big plays, but he also has a great basketball IQ, studies the game as much as anybody does.
Oh, he's a student of the game. He watches film, from what I hear, religiously all the time, trying to exploit the weaknesses of his opposition. He's fantastic with his court awareness. I love Kyle Lowry.
Do you watch a lot of film, Shaq?
I don't watch a lot of film, but I watch this guy. He's the second coming of Chris Paul.
Really?
He's developed into a leader and a coach on the floor.
Wow, that is very, very strong.
Yes.
Shaq.
Best leader in basketball.
Kenny,
a friend
do you
of mine
watch a lot
always
of
says
films?
that.
I did watch a lot of film, you know.
These days, do you watch many films?
Yeah, I watch, I just saw a couple movies by Denzel Washington, a couple movies by, I watch a lot of film.
I only got one film I watch, Ernie.
What's that?
Your highlight reel.
I Am Kazam.
We'll see you later.
It's an Eastern Conference battle here at the Air Canada Centre in downtown Toronto as the Raptors look to work their home court advantage. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. For the 76ers right now, they're focused on kicking off to a good start on the road trip here. It's a disappointing segment of the season for this team, no doubt about it, as the losing streak has continued, guys, to grow.
Kevin, the streak has been very difficult since this team has struggled of late, and the struggles may continue. They've got a really tough challenge against this team.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Redick and Simmons are the 2 and the 3. Charge is out there with Embiid, and it's Fultz in at the 1 spot. Now, one thing about Demar DeRozan, he lives in the gym.
I mean, people talk about that he's always working on his game. They talk about him in the offseason being in the lab with all different type of trainers. And the results, they speak for themselves.
Now DeRozan, after J.J. Redick's three-pointer that didn't go. Outside Lowry. The feed to Valanciunas. Expanding his range. DeRozan's shot is off. Simmons passes to Fultz. Saric outside. Kicks to Simmons. Powell with the steal. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle.
Veteran move by DeRozan. Anticipates causes the turnover, then sends them off to the races.
Toronto on defense. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
I mean, they were so impressive offensively, and when you do that, that can really help you on the road.
It's one thing to play inspired defense in that situation, but to get in that kind of offensive rhythm away from home, phenomenal.
Lets the three fly. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4. A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. And Simmons kicks to Reddick. Charge, just screen on DeRozan. 6 to shoot. Will it go? Reddick can't get that one to fall. Toronto's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Lowry dishes to DeRozan. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Down low. And it's Charge. That time on the assist by Simmons.
That has to be a relief. First bucket was a long time coming.
You know, I think they might have tried too hard at the start of this game. Let's see if this settles them down.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Charge passes to Embiid. And he banks in the layup. And as he approached that midway point of the season, Steve, the pecking order pretty clear. Is it possible for a team to suddenly kick into a high gear and forget what's happened the first half and be completely different the second half of the season?
You know, sometimes a tweak of the lineup, a guy has been out because of injury, or a huge trade can definitely kickstart a lot of teams, and you just start to play better. But one thing is, when you start to hit that chemistry, that continuity, and everything is clicking, the unselfishness, yes, you can. You can have it happen in the midseason.
No good from Simmons.
Lazy defense against a good score turns out not to matter.
Left side, DeRozan trying his luck deep. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got his third assist on the night. The 76ers trail by 12. And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
Yeah, it was a rough night for them. A lack of focus, I felt like, led to way too many mistakes.
Also, they lost a turnover differential by a landslide, and their defense really didn't show up.
And the Raptors with some changes. Nogueira, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. C.J. Miles comes in for Norman Powell, and it's Wright in for Kyle Lowry. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Johnson, he's checked in for Embiid. Rashawn Holmes comes in for Saric. Robert Covington's checked in for Ben Simmons. And it's T.J. McConnell in for J.J. Redick.
You know, the Raptors' playoff letdowns have left fans wondering, can they really contend for a title? Their offense has vanished. You think of Game 3 versus the Bucks. 30 points in the first half, the lowest scoring mark in franchise history.
That free throw good from Holmes. And the Raptors, one of the top teams in the East, but it's all about translating that strength to the playoffs, Steve, isn't it?
It is. The front office, they have hinted they need a culture reset, and that was something they wanted to do. They're not content with just winning 50 games and getting swept in the second round.
Jared Bayless is checked in for Fultz. Here's McConnell. The Raptors getting the bucket. Lets it go from the wing. The 76ers with another miss. Raptors leading by 13. DeRozan. Oh! That is just nasty.
Yes. Wow, you knew that DeRozan has that in him. Didn't think he'd pull it off in a game, though.
That unleashed chaos Under Armour replay really giving us a good look at the action. Now, here's Covington. Last time, 14 points for him. Lets it go with a three. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And you can see there, the defender allows himself to get picked.
You know, it's all about effort. Sometimes you're going to get hit on hard screens. You just have to fight through them.
Here's Nogueira. 9-point game his last outing. And DeRozan kicks to Ibaka. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. Ibaka's got his first points in this one.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Holmes sets a screen. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, and those illegal screens have really become a point of emphasis for the officials.
Yeah, so many of these can go either way. Very difficult for the screener to stay 100% motionless.
And right, here we go. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
That's just two tough competitors meeting right at the rim. Someone, in my opinion, had to lose.
Offensive rebound, and it's right, sending it back. On the wing, DeRozan, coming off a stellar performance against Philadelphia. Miles, that's good.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
Yeah, this is where it gets interesting. Do they start to coast, or do they go right for the juggler?
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. A shot by McConnell, no good. Right side, DeRozan. Oh!
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
It's early, but they have taken full control of this game, and the fans here, they know it.
Right. And no good. And so it's Toronto feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break.
He trusts you. Every time he passes the ball, when you don't shoot, he's screaming you, shoot ball. Then next time what? You will shoot. And if you miss, you say, yeah, good shot. You know, and your coaches in the practice talking to your teammates. Man, when Serge is open, give him the ball. He will make that shot.
If you wonder how much difference a coach can make for a player, there it is, huh?
You heard it in Serge's voice, too. That confidence has already been planted in him. That voice telling him, shoot the ball, is now in his own head. He's going to be just fine.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a very convincing performance from the Raptors so far.
And I felt like in that first period, the difference really was their ability to execute offensively.
Yes, and make the extra pass. I love that about their game. So far tonight, extremely unselfish.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Raptors. They've got Wright. Nogueira out there with C.J. Miles. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Anunoby in at the 3 slot.
And when you think about a slasher, a guy who makes his living attacking off the dribble, no better example than Demar DeRozan.
Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for the Raptors. You know, Steve, DeRozan, a great ball handler for his size. He can isolate or work in the pick and roll.
Does a nice job of coming off screens and rolls, being able to create for his teammates, and also a big-time slasher that can put you on a poster.
Holmes can't get it to go in.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet just can't complete the play.
Here's McConnell. Nogueira pulls it in. Nogueira's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Anunoby, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Steve, so let me ask you this. Do players consciously think about, I need a couple free throws, I need a couple of layups, I got to get a couple of shots per quarter? I mean, do they try to plot and plan an individual quarter like that and how they're going to score in different ways?
You're totally right, Kevin. The reason why is because as a 2-guard back in the day, if I could get to that free throw line and put a foul on a guy that's guarding me, that loosens up his defensive mentality. He's not as aggressive. And then now I know when I get to the bonus, I can drive it. He's either going to let me go or I can create contact and get to that line. You want to score easy, and that's how most scorers do. They really score easy. We just kind of applaud them when they're knocking down threes and big shots.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Guys, Raptors coach Dwayne Casey talked about the chemistry on his team. He said, we couldn't be better. There's no ego, no hidden agendas. Guys understand their roles. Kyle Lowry told me, we're a complete team, 15 deep, and we really mean that. You never know whose time it's going to be. Kevin?
DA depth is a crucial part of any team's success. Knowing you can rely on your teammates to step up is huge. And Philadelphia has possession. After Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. Here's Simmons. Goes back up. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And how about the passion of Simmons? Just sticking with it on the glass.
For Philadelphia, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. That's good from Simmons.
And the athleticism that Simmons has is downright unreal. Just a remarkable talent who has the potential to be one of the all-time greats.
Now, here's Lowry. For that win against the 76ers, he's another guy who really showed up to play. Volts kicks to Saric. Sinks the three-pointer. Saric has got 5 points so far.
I really like the awareness from Fultz. Has an ability to know when one of his guys is wide open.
And it's Miles missing. The 76ers trail by 12. Volts kicks to Saric. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Saric has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Pass to Anunoby. In the corner, Powell with it. And again, Toronto no up. Here's Philadelphia. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Over to the left wing. No one near Fultz as he lets it go. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
And how about the quick fire release of Fultz? It is difficult to guard. You know he's thinking about shooting as the pass is coming his way.
Now, here's Lowry. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. The dish now to Valanciunas. It's Valanciunas finishing it off.
What a look from Lowry. Just knew would be open.
Philadelphia with the ball. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run.
Dwayne Casey, he's in his 7th season as a head coach of the Raptors. He's developed a great continuity and a comfort level with his players.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Powell with the screen. Here's Anunoby. Drops in the tray. And the Raptors lead by 11.
And that's what makes Lowry a great floor leader. Just unselfish in his attitude and great awareness of how to keep his teammates involved.
Here's Simmons. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Lowry dishes to Powell. The pass to Anunoby. Back to Powell. Outside for Miles. Off target with his 3.
You know what I'll tell you? He's got nothing here in the second quarter after just one made shot in the first.
Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Simmons.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Philadelphia is shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Robert Covington comes in for J.J. Redick. On the free throw, no good. Well, J.J. Redick had quite the interesting free agency period. Greg, ultimately he signs with the 76ers on a huge 1-year, $23 million deal.
Yeah, and this is the team that wanted him. Great fit with his shooting, something that they obviously needed. And Redick had a lot of suitors, but he saw something developing with this young Philly core.
Now here's Simmons, following the missed shot by Lucas Nogueira. With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Holmes.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Embiid with the steal. Fast break, Philadelphia. Simmons is running. Dishes at the Fultz. Embiid the screen. Fultz kicks to Covington.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he's at 73% this year at the foul line. Adequate, but not spectacular.
The first free throw is good. Some changes for Philadelphia. Amir Johnson's checked in for Joel Embiid. Bayless comes in for Ben Simmons. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Fultz. And both free throws good for Covington.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
And here is Wright, looking for his first basket still in this one. And that time, also a missed shot.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. 17-foot shot on the way. With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Bayless. Here's DeRozan, and finished off by DeRozan.
Nice work on the offensive end by Demar DeRozan. Nobody can slow him down.
Out to the wing. Fades back. He caught it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Raptors lead by 3. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kyle Lowry. Kyle, you came out strong to take advantage in the first half. Were you pleased with the effort?
Yeah, we got to keep it up. Our defensive intensity has to stay high.
That has led to some great play at the other end. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime
Welcome
Show.
back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to break down all the action from the first half. DeMar DeRozan putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He had 25 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
They were really efficient on offense. Shared the basketball well, great shot selection. That accounted for a high field goal percentage in the first half.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
Well, I thought the one bright spot was the effort on the glass. Several times when momentum was sliding, getting a timely rebound really lifted them. The strong work on the glass is key because that's how you string together a series of big stops.
And that will conclude our halftime presentation. We take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
The 76ers trail by 3. And for the Sixers, a lot of missed rookie seasons over the years. First Nerlens Noel, then Joel Embiid, now Ben Simmons.
Yeah, but in many cases, I think they drafted them knowing they might be out of commission for a while. Still, I think the Philly fans probably hope not to hear the phrase foot fracture for a long time. Hopefully, they can keep everybody healthy and get this thing moving forward.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, Redick and Simmons are the 2 and the 3. Dario Saric is out there with Joel Embiid, and it's Fultz in at the 1. Outside, Simmons. 5 on the clock. The 76ers need to get off a shot, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And just who is providing all the playmaking here tonight? Let's look at the breakdown between the front and backcourt for the Raptors.
This backcourt is really shouldering the load in terms of the ball movement and great assists. When you look at the overall contributions compared to the bigs, nice work on distributing the ball.
Raptors leading by 6. On the wing, DeRozan, covered by Redick, and stolen by Redick. Now here's Fultz. While recovering. Embiid sets the pick for Fultz. Over Lowry. The putback. Embiid. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And it's DeRozan missing. The 76ers trail by 4. In the corner, Simmons with it. He kicks it to Embiid. Over Valanciunas. Embiid, no good.
Terrible beginning to the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
DeRozan with it. Now guarded by Fultz. Lowry passes to DeRozan. In the corner, Powell with it. Outside Lowry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And DeRozan. Here we go. That doesn't go either for DeRozan.
Wow, he had it at point-blank range, but the defense was all over him.
Now here's Fultz. Now recovering. Left side, Sharch. Gets to the corner and buries it. Sharch has got 9. And versatility never in more demand, Steve, than right now. You think we're seeing more versatile players in the league now than ever before?
Yeah, we are. I mean, I think top of the list is you start off with LeBron James. Then you have players like now, Russell Westbrook, guys being able to collect triple-doubles. Giannis, the Greek freak, Antetokounmpo is unbelievable because I think by the time the end of his career, he'll be able to play the 5 for our size and 1 because of his skill set. Versatility in this league is a premium right now.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Ibaka. And Anunoby subbed in for Powell. And that free throw good from DeRozan.
Good free throw shooter DeRozan. Started out as a go-with-the-flow type player. Now looks to dominate every game.
Fultz kicks to Sharch. Redick for 3. And Valanciunas pulls it down. Valanciunas has got rebound number 7.
Terrific. Quick first step. This is why it's hard to stay in front of Demar DeRozan.
And that last replay, courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Here's Fultz. Connects in the foul line jumper. Raptors leading by 5. Lowry dishes to Miles. Valanciunas in the high post. Pass to Anunoby. Eyes a 3. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Sharch kicks to Fultz. A 3. And Valanciunas pulls it down. Toronto, they've gone 3 of 6 in the 3rd quarter. 50% from the field. A baseline J. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Simmons got 6 rebounds now in the game. It's tipped. Here's Embiid. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Now it's just a 3-point Raptor lead.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
So timeout called here. The first for Toronto.
You know, the Raptors have the advantage of continuity. There's a trust and an understanding they share. Helps them win a lot of games.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Nogueira comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's DeLon right in for Kyle Lowry. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Amir Johnson's checked in for Embiid. Rashawn Holmes comes in for Sharch. Robert Covington's checked in for Ben Simmons. And it's T.J. McConnell in for J.J. Redick. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, it may not be the era of the century in the NBA, but Jonas Valanciunas has something to say about that. He said, I try to make sure they don't forget about centers. I'll keep reminding them. The league is full of guys that can do different things, but I still think you need a center that can rebound the ball and score in the low post. Agreed. Kevin?
The centers are still important, David. Good to see Valanciunas making his presence felt in the paint. McConnell kicks to Fultz. And the 3 off target. And when you talk about the continuity and maturity of this Raptors team, is there a flip side to that, Steve? Does that limit their upside?
Well, Kevin, it's interesting. This front office has brought in some nice young pieces. I wouldn't write off their upside. They can improve if those younger guys make some strides.
Now, here's McConnell, guarded closely. He feeds it to Covington. Back to McConnell. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
Well, this is where he shows both skill and body control along with the attack mindset.
And right pitch to Valanciunas. Pass to Anunoby. Raptors moving the ball around. Drills the three-pointer. Anunoby's got 6 points. The 76ers trail by 5. Feeds it to Fultz. Pass to Holmes. He dishes it to Fultz. Holmes, that's a screen. Here's Covington. He can't get it to go. So the Raptors will take it the other way. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia, where they were able to handle the 76ers.
Yeah, really ratcheted up the pressure in their last matchup, getting steals and just creating havoc defensively.
Their D was just phenomenal in the last game. We'll see if they bring that same intensity again.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
That's about as violent as a rim rocker as it gets. A real confidence builder.
And so it's Toronto.
Get the pass, attack. Pass, attack. But down there, we got to get stopped.
Dwayne Casey focusing on ball movement, finishing strong, but also getting it done on D.
Yeah, getting stops and then taking care of the boards. It's only working if you get control of the basketball.
Just 1 quarter left in regulation. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Miles and Ibaka, the small and power forwards. White is out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nogueira in at the center position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Now, here's McConnell, guarded by Wright. Fultz kicks to Johnson, and there's the feed to Covington. Holmes, that's a screen. Beyond the arc. Nogueira pulls it in. Nogueira's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Miles against Covington. And Ibaka kicks to Nogueira. Nogueira gets a screen for Wright. The dish to Powell. Left side Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
And for Serge nowadays, most of his offense comes from beyond the arc or at the rim.
Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Kicks to Fultz. Miles against Covington. Holmes, that's a screen. Here's McConnell. Nogueira pulls it in.
Yeah, and even with his range, that one might be asking a little too much.
Well, the truth is, he probably makes this shot a little more often than he should, so it's hard to resist.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Well, the NBA can be a superstitious place at times, Steve, with all the quirks and characters in the league. And you played. What was the strangest game day ritual that you ever saw?
I think Harold Miner. He touched everything with his nose. His gym shoes, his wristbands, the basketball at the free throw line, and everybody did. And I think for me, as I got older, it wasn't strange. It was out of necessity. I had to get in some kind of steam room and have all those hot pads wrapped around me just to get loose to play.
I like that story. I don't like Baby Jordan's story, though. Harold Miner, that doesn't work for me. I don't understand that. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for the 76ers. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brett Brown said to his team. He said, "Do you want this game? Don't tell me about it. Show me and show your teammates." We've got to play better, and we've got to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys,
The shot by Redick, no good.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You can see he's frustrated with that one. He knows it's up to him to make that play.
Simmons pulls it in. The 76ers trail by 9. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. On the pass to Covington. Redick with a screen on Lowry. Covington dishes to Redick. Simmons against DeRozan. No good from Simmons. Raptors leading by 9. Right side Lowry. Got a piece of it. From 13, and it comes off the front of the rim.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Powell, the pass to Lowry. It's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Nogueira. Fultz, he's checked in for the 76ers. And so here's Toronto. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points.
If Lowry gets his feet set under him on a catch and shoot like that, the odds are it'll go in.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth.
Is it me, or does it just feel like he gets every rebound that comes up?
No, it's felt like that all game. He is just aggressive and finds ways to snag rebounds out of thin air sometimes.
Covington kicks to Embiid, and tonight he sends it right off the glass. Beyond the arc. It's Lowry again missing. The 76ers trail by 12. It's Sharik's top of the key, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on DeRozan. And replay review now commonplace. In the interest of speeding up those reviews, Steve, the league last season, allowing officials at the replay center in Secaucus, New Jersey to make the call. You like that decision?
No, I do, but I think sometimes finding a way to speed it up, and I think there's some way where you can have a referee right there on site also can be able to get a chance to see the play, because sometimes technology doesn't get back from Secaucus back to the game. If some kind of way, the middleman, if he's there and it's obvious play, that could cut the time. You know, because right now, sometimes it's taking a long time.
As long as they get it right, correct? How they do it, who cares? As long as they get the call right, though, to me is the most important.
I do love that, Kevin, but I think sometimes, you know, human error is a part of basketball. The refs can't be perfect. And so sometimes if they're a bad call, it's just a bad call you got to live with.
That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Redick.
Whenever they need a crucial bucket, they turn to JJ. He has been in these situations many times before.
And it's Valanciunas finishing it off. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 12 rebounds. Fultz kicks to Saric. Dishes it to Embiid. And that one is good.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
I'm so surprised in a game this close. I know it's easy to criticize, but the defense has to be better in the fourth.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Demar DeRozan.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Here is Lowry. He kicks to Powell. Back to Lowry. Passes to Ibaka. Toronto working the ball around now.
And you just get the sense the whole period he's been a bit out of sync.
Yep, trying to shoot himself back into this. Regain some confidence first.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Valanciunas, good. the Raptors lead by 7.
And we see it all the time, guys. You get the big lead, maybe check out mentally, but not tonight.
They have this game in hand, but they're still pouring it on.
Simmons checked in for the 76ers. Embiid the screen. Powell with the steal. We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Lowry from outside. Goes back up. And Valanciunas kicks to Powell. A three-pointer is right on target. And it's a 10-point Toronto lead.
And they've earned this one, showing an ability to dominate in front of their home crowd.
You know, you feel on top of the world when it happens as a player, just the relationship you have with the fans.
Here's Bayless. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson.
And you can see there, the defender allows himself to get picked.
You know, it's all about effort. Sometimes you're going to get hit on hard screens. You just have to fight through them.
Right outside. And so it's the Raptors winning this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Serge, big win tonight. Now, people may think you have some easy games on the schedule, but you did not play easy tonight.
Because we know where we want to go, you know. That's why we was focused tonight, but to finish strong.
And it was a strong performance, Serge. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.